channel for local natural food. We ran a poll and today we're making dumplings. And it's actually our first holiday special ever and our first Thanksgiving episode for the season. For this particular episode, we're going to show you how to make Thanksgiving dumplings. We know everybody loves turkey and those wonderful smells of Thanksgiving, sage and mushroom. A lot of people don't eat turkey too. So we're doing a meat replacement called seitan along with our turkey. And we have a beautiful stuffing and a cranberry sauce that's all gonna go into this one dumpling. So if you're ready, let's dive in. Well, this is one of my favorite times of the year. It's food and friends and just a lot of cooking. But for some people, it's really stressful. Even if it's not, it is a lot of preparation. So if you break it down into really simple chunks, you can get through it easily. We're gonna show you how to make a dumpling, of course, but the key part of this recipe is also the stuffing. And you can put that in your turkey too. Key tip for any cooking, any time of the year is just get comfortable with spicing. It's going to elevate your food like you can't imagine. So today we're going to be using Daddy's Gourmet Marjoram Lemon. I've seen their farm in Arizona. They do an outstanding job. We use their spices quite often. So then we've also got a culinary oil, which is a pure essence of fennel from Terra Botanicals. And even just a drop of this is going to lift this recipe like you can't imagine. Then we have gravy cubes. They also have bouillon cubes, and it's a lot cleaner than what's on the market. It's very flavorful too. This is going to be the dressing on top of our dumplings, but also can be for vegetables or that leftover turkey sandwich, anything you love gravy on. Then we've got common extra virgin olive oil. This is cold pressed olive oil. It's got a really beautiful flavor. It's not overpowering, and it's going to be the component that ties all of these flavors together and really ties off this recipe. First, we're going to make our dumpling skins. We have 2.5 cups of flour, 2/3 a cup of boiling water, teaspoon of wheat starch. And we're just gonna mix that all together. You wanna get it to a point where it's crumbly. And then you're adding 1/3 cup of freezing cold water. You're gonna find that your homemade dumpling wrappers are a lot tastier, a lot cleaner than anything that you can buy at a grocery store. It's worth it to make them in advance. Put them in a freezer and you have wrappers anytime you need them. So once everything starts to glue together, you can get to a stage where you can use your hands and form a ball of dough. And that's what we're gonna do next. So you want to get your hands in there. It's going to be warm, and you want to create a ball of dough that you'll turn out on the table and knead until it's smooth. Bit of flour down here, and just start kneading. So you're going to knead probably for about 5 minutes. You want to get it really smooth. And then once you're ready, you can set it aside in a bowl. Put a damp paper towel or cloth over the top and a little bit of plastic wrap over the bowl and let it sit. We did a few things in advance like our potatoes, but we're gonna start now with our stuffing. And these are some croutons that we made with some pieces of bread that we put into the oven, or you can just dry them out overnight. Here's our dough that's been sitting nicely and rising. So we're gonna knead that a little bit more. Feels a lot different. After you've had it sit for a little bit, it becomes even more smooth. So we're getting to that place where we're ready to form our wrappers. So we're gonna roll this into a long piece. Rub a little bit more flour down there, and then pancake your wrapper and roll it out. Add a little cornstarch and put it on a plate. Roll it two sides. We have turkey, a little bit of potato, a little bit of stuffing, and we're going to top it off with just a little bit of cranberry. Doesn't that look beautiful? So you can also wet your fingers a little bit, have a bowl nearby, just pinch it together. I like to flip it around so it's even on the other side, and just voila. So that's our first Thanksgiving dumpling. This time we're gonna do a seitan, which is a meat alternative, and just layer everything on just like before. And we should mention that to this stuffing, we added sage, cloves, and a little bit of nutmeg. So it's got a really lovely spice in addition to the Daddy's Gourmet marjoram and the fennel. So kind of going over the top with the flavoring, that's gonna win over a crowd. It's gonna really make whatever preparation you are focused on come together. We're gonna fry some. And we're gonna steam some. Fried dumplings, which we steamed at the end, and our steamed dumplings. They look perfect, and this amazing gravy from Boo. And we're not going anywhere without dessert. We have these Be Naked Chocolates macaroons, also available on Treatmo in really fun flavors. Like this one that has coconut, almond meal, maple syrup, pistachio, and orange juice. So let's have a look at that. This makes a really nice dessert for the whole family when you've been cooking all day and you want to have a little treat on the side while people are waiting. Here it is. These are fantastic as a nice dessert. And then we have our dumplings. Alright, well, 4 dumplings later, I think we like the recipe, and we hope you will too. This is a wonderful option if you have a crowd of mixed diet preferences, so you have the seitan or the turkey. And if you get all the chopping done in advance, it does flow really well and doesn't take a lot of time. I have made vegetarian dumplings, wrappers from scratch, in less than 30 minutes. So with some of these ingredients too that you can shop on the Treatmo marketplace, it does make flavor and making food a lot more fun and easy. So try it out, let us know what you think, and enjoy this recipe. We'll see you again soon. Thank you.